Shalom, shalom. Double honors to the elders and all brothers and sisters pushing this truth and truth of sincerity. I'm King Henry, a Hebrew child of light. And I just want to talk about y'all will cut the time short for the elect's sake. You know, because this is something our people need to wake up and understand, that the Most High is dealing with us and us only. You know, He's not dealing with these other nations. You know, He's not dealing with people who lie, cheat, steal. You know, He's only dealing with the nation of Israel, you know, and that's the black man, that's the Latinos, the Native Americans, the Hispanics, you know, and we got to wake up and realize who we are and take our place, you know. And like I said, double honors to the elders and all brothers and sisters pushing this truth and truth of sincerity, you know. So right now it's time for us to wake up and realize who we are, you know, as a people in a whole. Until we do that, you know, we not gonna get nowhere. We're gonna stay in these curses. So this is what time it is. It says He is coming back quicker because of the wickedness and the evil times we are living in. And now His people are waking up by the tens of thousands through the Holy Spirit. And we are drawing a lot of attention to ourselves, and Hollywood know who we are, and they put it in all the movies. And it wasn't time back in the 60s in the days of Dr. King. But now it's time, because we got next. So I'm going to bring out a precept for y'all. Matthew 24, 21 through 22. Because it wasn't time in the day of Dr. King, because they wasn't telling the people who we truly are. How you doing, brother? When you get a chance, come and holler at me, man. Just letting our people know who we are, man.
How long you gonna be out here?
Not long. I spoke with the other guy. He said it was okay as long as I'm not in front of the door. I'm not selling anything.
Yeah,
I'm just letting us know who we are, bro.
You know it.
God bless you.
God bless you.
But yeah, it wasn't time in the days of Dr. King, man, because the simple fact, he wasn't telling the people that we are Hebrew Israelites. He wasn't telling the people that we are God's chosen. He wasn't bringing the truth, you know. He was a coon, man, to be honest. You know, they was used by the government. So us knowing that they was used by the government, we know that the doctrine that they was pushing was just simply mind control to keep us down. So with that being said, you know, this is the time. God said our people was not going to wake up until it was time. You know, He said He was going to make our ears deaf. He was going to make our eyes blind to the truth. So how could the Jewish people over in Israel claim that they the true Jews when God said that we wasn't going to wake up until it was time? You know, that we wasn't going to remember who we are until it was time. And what are we doing now? Waking up. What are our youth doing? Preaching on the highways and byways. You know, these are all things that was meant to come in the prophecy and be fulfilled. And that's what we doing, man, every day. You know, I just had another brother, R.I.P., Eric Jamar Butler, just passed. I just found out. It was a brother in the truth, man, a good brother. He just passed, man. And it hurt me real bad, because I was just calling his phone today to try to get up with him and push this truth, you know. And I didn't get the chance to get up with him like I wanted to, but, you know, I know he in a better place, man. So, you know, we got to keep doing our part, man. I'm going to see him on that last day, you know. But right now we talking about the Most High has cut the time short for the elect's sake. Because if He don't cut the time short now, man, this place is, we all going to be destroyed. You know, we see what they doing every day, man, with this 5G, this technology, Siri, everything that they pushing. This New World Order, one government agenda that Trump is pushing. And until we wake up and get right, man, we're going to be destroyed right along with them. So I bring out a precept, Matthew 24, 21 through 22. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be, except those days should be shortened. There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Y'all understand that it means the rate we're going, we all will be destroyed. The evil in y'all's chosen. That's why y'all has cut the time short, and the evil is growing fast daily. There's no good left to get out of this world. So we know the Most High cut the time short, because it ain't nothing left to good get out this world, man. Ain't nothing left good that you can get out this world, man. So we know the Most High cut this time short, because the people out here, they ain't right, man. Everybody is only for themselves. No one want to stop and take the time and realize who they are. Brothers killing brothers. You know, all this gang banging that we got going on in the hood. Women don't want to listen and humble themselves and come back to the Most High, you know? So we know the Most High is coming quick, man. Call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashii, Bahasham, Rashakudah. You know? And this is what time it is, man. It says, Yah will cut the time short for the elect's sake. This world will be destroyed by fire and the deliverance of Yah's chosen people. We will rule in righteousness. No nation will take it away. No more war. We will rule the world. So we know that we're going to rule the world. In what? In righteousness. Not in evil, not in sin, how it is right now, but we're going to rule in righteousness. And our heritage, how we supposed to rule. Period. And ain't no other nation going to take it from us. So this is what we know is to come, you know? And bring out another precept for y'all. Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoicing. But when the wicked rule, the people mourn. Jeremiah, bring out another one. Jeremiah, it's Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourning, the gates thereof languish. In the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. Our land is being ran down by the Gentiles. So we know what's going on. That who crying? Judah. We are Judah. They black up to the ground. So it's telling you in the Bible that we are the real chosen people of the Most High. It's telling you right there in the Bible. You know, we God's chosen. But until we wake up and realize this, you know, we're gonna stay in the captivity in the mind state that we're in, and we're gonna be destroyed. So that's all it is, man. Till y'all return back to the Father, man, y'all gonna continue to be out here in these curses and these hoods and these ghettos, man, in the same mind state that you've been in, the same captivity you've been in. Call Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashii, Bahasham, Rashakudah. It's time for our people to wake up, man. Bring out another precept. Job 9:24. The world is given into the hands of the wicked. Babylon, Greece, Medo-Persia, Rome, the U.S. and all other countries, idols will be destroyed. So all these other countries and all these idols and everything y'all worshiping gonna be destroyed, man. This is what y'all gotta understand. How you doing, big dog? So yeah, man. It's time for our people to wake up, man. Realize who we are. It's time for y'all to wake up and take y'all place, man. Everybody running around thinking that it's all good. He said, he said, as soon as they say peace, then bam, utter destruction. You know? So don't never get comfortable, man. You can't get comfortable here in America, man. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. Y'all keep thinking it's a game out here, running around, you know, doing what you want to do, and not waking up and realizing that you're part of the 12 tribes, not waking up and realizing that you have a higher purpose and that you were sent here for a reason, then you're going to be destroyed, man. So this is why the Most High cut the time short. He cut the time short for the elect's sake, you know? And this is what's going on. How you doing, big dog? Hey, when you get a chance, man, come holler at me, my brother. I'm just trying to wake our people up, man. But yeah, this all going on, man. It's time for us to get our mind right, man. Luke 17:26-27. And as it was in the day of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of man. They did eat, drink, and marry. They were given into marriage until the day Noah entered the ark. So he said, as it was in the day of Noah, it's gonna be in the day of man. What everybody doing? We still out here doing what we want to do. You know what we big and bad enough to do. You know, and until the Most High come. We know this the second coming. We know this the second coming of the Most High. We know this is the second coming. This is the second Exodus. You know, and we know this is the new year right now, March. So happy New Year to all my brothers in the faith, man. Happy New Year, Shalom. And we are glad right now. We getting ready for what? The Passover next month. You know, when Moses led us out of Egypt, the first real time we was freed, man, of slavery, over 2,000 years ago. But is our people celebrating this and keeping our heritage and culture? Nah, they running around chasing the Easter bunny on Sunday, on Easter, instead of remembering our heritage, man, and keeping the Passover and the commandments. So this is what's going on. This is why he cutting the time short, because we don't want to get our mind right, man. We out here playing games. So, you know, we can run around and the choice is yours. run around and play games or get your mind right to come home to the Father, man. You know, and take your place. That's what this thing is all about. It ain't about living for this world, man. You can't be carnal minded, man. We living for the kingdom, man. We storing our treasures up in the kingdom, man. The kingdom to come. You know, we got our faith in Yahawashii. We're not living for these devils. We're not living for this world out here. You know, this thing is nothing. You know, this is temporary, man. So this is what our people gotta get right and realize, man. You know, he said, so was it in the days of man, shall it be again in the coming of the Most High. You know, so he says, and they came and destroyed them all, and it came and destroyed them all. Salakim. They were doing so much and still are: witchcraft, homosexuality, and immigration, pagan worship. You know, so they were doing homosexuality and pagan worship, all of this stuff that they was doing back then, you know. And what are we doing now? The same thing. These sodomites got us out here doing homosexuality and pagan worship and all of the, you know, it's the same thing. So we not changing, man. Until we change for the better, man, we gonna keep being destroyed, man. You know, it says in homosexuality, it says pagan worship, 7 billion people on earth, and was more back then. You know, so it was more people than it was now back then, and it's still doing the same thing. So Genesis 6:1-4, wickedness in the world when human beings began to increase in numbers on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw that they were fair and took them wives, of all which they chose. And Yah said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days be 120 years because of sin, from the descendants of Seth and Cain. So, you know, our days got cut short. Why? Because our forefathers was sinning, man. You know, and God said He's not gonna strive with us forever because we don't want to what? We don't want to listen. We still out here what? We still out here sinning. So we used to live way longer. Now what? You got people only living for 70 years, you know, 60 years, 50 years. You know, that's because of sin. You know, none of them live 340 years. You know, like things we would never do now. All through the power of the Most High, of course, but just saying, man, you're not going to get nowhere until you turn back to the Father, man. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, this is what our people got to wake up and realize, man. If y'all just tuning in, like I said, we talking about y'all speeded the time up for the elect's sake, you know? And if you think about it, look how fast the years is going. January to January. We already in March now, you know? According to the white man calendar, it's January to January. But we know that what? The Hebrew calendar, the new year starts in March. You know, so we are all on the wrong track, man. We gotta unlearn everything we learned, man. Call halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashii, Bahasham, Rishak Wadash. So this is what our people gotta wake up and realize, man, that we gotta get back on track. You know? So this is what's going on, man. He says from the descendants of Seth and Cain. Greek mythology started all these lies. So we know the Greeks started all of this, man. But hey, we can't do nothing but live where we at right now in this captivity. But at the same time, you can wake up, get your mind right, and return to the Father. Yeah, get your money, do what you got to do. But we know at the end of the day, if you don't take your place, then what? You doomed. So we can only play around with them for so long, man. But at the end of the day, the truth must be told. So we know the Greeks started all this, you know, fake Jesus and all that. The Pope, the Vatican is 1600, you know, and all of that. Caesar Borgia, we know the story. But at the end of the day, now what? We know that we are Hebrew Israelites, that this whole slavery thing was in the Bible. Read Deuteronomy and wake up and take your place, man. So this was going on, man. Y'all had to speed up the time for us because it's time for him to come back and save us, man. It says John 1:12. But as many receive him, to them gave he power to become sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. So even the Gentiles, if y'all believe on the name of the Most High, even though y'all ain't even though the kingdom ain't really for y'all, you know, through blood, through heritage and bloodline, y'all ain't the descendants. But if you believe on his name, you can be saved. And that's the whole thing, man. Are you trying to be saved, man? We got a lot of our people that are descendants and they still not going to be saved. You know, we got a lot of our people that this is their heritage and culture and they still not going to be saved. So it ain't about necessarily you being in the bloodline, although that does play a major factor, but it's about how bad do you want to come back to the kingdom. How you doing, brother? God love you, man. You're a king. But you know, it's up to us, man. Like I said, I done had too many friends passing away left and right, and it's just too much. End of the day, man, something got to give, man, and this is it. The Most High is bringing us home, man. He's showing you who you are. He's showing you why you went through those curses. He's showing you why you went through those hard times, why you going through affliction. But he said also what? Rejoice in your tyranny. Rejoice in your disposition, you know, because at the end of the day, you know that he with you. You know, the Most High not dealing with all these rap cats and these famous basketball players and stuff, man. He's dealing with us, man. The real men of the Most High here on the streets and the highways and byways. You know, your everyday cat working in 9 to 5 just like the regular J. But we gotta wake up our nation, man. And until we do these things, man, like I said, we're gonna continue to suffer. So it's up to you, man. You want to stay in bondage here in America, man, or you want to be a king? Or you want to be a princess or a daughter of Zion? Because we got sisters in this truth. And do you want to take your place? You know, that's the question. That's the $1 billion question right there. You know? And unfortunately, a lot of our people, they rather sit here and chase $1 billion, not knowing that the dollar finna crash. What's going on, big dog? They come holler at me, man. Yeah, they out here playing today, man. I'm trying to, you know, just get them right. You know, but hey, end of the day, man, we gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep doing what we gotta do in the name of the Most High. You know, so that's all that's going on, man. It said Revelations 14:12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yah and the faith of Yahawashii. So you know, Revelation's telling us, man, as long as we keep the patience, man, you know that we gonna be saved. That's all it boils down to, man. You gotta be patient in this thing, man. And believe. You gotta be patient and have faith. You know, without patience and faith, man, hey, it's a wrap for you. You know, and unfortunately, a lot of our people don't really want to get on board and understand that. You know, but hey. It is what it is, man. You know, we gonna keep doing what we gotta do, man. And that's all that matters. You know, but we ain't gonna stop, man, until we get to the kingdom. Everybody out here can keep playing games and doing what they wanna do, you know. But we know what? At the end of the day, man, what? We gonna keep pushing for the kingdom, man. You know? So that's all that matters, man. We gotta keep rocking with the Most High, man. You know, you can't let nobody stop you, man. You know, from doing what you gotta do, man. From getting to the top, man. You can't let nobody stop you. You know, so that's the $1 billion question. Like I said, man, what are you gonna do? You know, and it's all about waking up the 12 tribes, man. You know, it's a lot of us out here, man, but unfortunately, it's a lot of us that's not gonna make it, man. There's only 1/3 that's gonna make it. You know, 2/3 gonna be destroyed. So, hey, till next time on King Henry, Hebrew Child of Light. Salam.